President Trump did the traditional pre-Super Bowl interview. It was with Bill O'Reilly this year. He seems to get it fairly often. And this moment caused some controversy. Let's take a look.
You talked to Putin last week. You had a busy week last week.
A busy week, yeah. Busy week and a half.
Do you respect Putin?
I do respect him.
Do you? Why?
Well, I respect a lot of people, but that doesn't mean I'm going to get along with him. He's a leader of his country. I say it's better to get along with Russia than not. And if Russia helps us in the fight against ISIS, which is a major fight, and Islamic terrorism all over the world,
right?
Major fight, that's a good thing. Will I get along with him? I have no idea.
He's a killer, though. Putin's a killer.
A lot of killers. We got a lot of killers. Why, you think our country's so innocent? You think our country's so innocent?
I don't know of any government leaders that are killers in America.
Well, take a look at what we've done, too. We've made a lot of mistakes. I've been against the war in Iraq from the beginning.
Yeah, mistakes are different than...
A lot of mistakes, okay, but a lot of people were killed. So a lot of killers around, believe me.
So the partisan establishment Democratic hack response to this has been to clutch their pearls and say, oh, did he just say that we have killers here? Oh, how dare you make a moral equivalence between the beacon of hope and freedom, the United States, and evil Vladimir Putin. Okay, remember, I just told you, this has been the Democratic response to this. Imagine that portion that last part right there, that little snippet where he said, yeah, okay, he's a killer. Yeah. What, you think we're so innocent? Imagine if it was Bernie Sanders who said that, or Hillary Clinton who said that, or Obama who said that, because remember, Obama, for most of his time in office, he spent more getting along with Russia and being on the proper footing with Russia and attempting to de-escalate further with Russia and have a partnership with Russia. And remember, he said to Mitt Romney in the 2012 debates, when Mitt Romney said, we're in a new Cold War, Obama said, the 1980s called, they want their foreign policy back. And everybody on the left, all the Democrats said, oh, Obama's so right. Look at old Romney. Oh, Cold War. Really want to escalate with Russia, you little prick bitch. You little hawkish motherfucker. You want to escalate to World War III, you idiot. Now, with Trump in office, total flipperooski. Total flip. So now you have all the hack Democrats. How dare he say the U.S. hasn't done some, isn't so innocent. Let's see. What is it? Well, I don't know. Remember when we napalmed and used Agent Orange on innocent women and children on purpose in Vietnam? Remember that in the Pentagon Papers? Remember when we killed over 1 million people, mostly civilians in Vietnam? Then you say, Kyle, that's so far back. Why would you fucking go that far back? That's silly. Let's look at modern history. Remember when we did an offensive war against a country that didn't attack us, and then even when we learned it was a country that didn't attack us, we continued to occupy that country, and we killed minimum hundreds of thousands of civilians? That would be the war in Iraq. Oh, by the way, where are we? That's right, we're still in Iraq. That's cute. So we did that, and we're still there. Oh, shit, this is the wrong country. You didn't attack us. Anyway, let's just stay here. What the fuck is that about? What is that? Oh, it's the wrong country. We learned it was the wrong country. Why wasn't it all everybody on day one like, oh shit, our bad. We're going to pull out and we're going to pay you back for everything we destroyed here? Nope. Stay there. Why not? I love it. Like, get your head out of your ass for like 8 seconds and just think for a second, what if it was some other country that did that and not our country? Everybody can rationalize and do justification for their own country. Try to be objective for a second and look at that. Invaded a country that didn't attack us, occupied it, killed hundreds of thousands of civilians, and then when we learned, like, oh, by the way, wrong country, they were like, that's nice, we're going to stay here anyway. Afghanistan. We've been in Afghanistan since 2001. It's just a money pit. By the time it's all said and done in Iraq, we will spend $7 trillion by 2053 when you add in the interest. $7 trillion. $2 trillion, or even more than that probably now, in Afghanistan. What are we doing? We're just wasting money, occupying countries. We're doing 7 different interventions right now. Obama's drone war, under Obama, liberal Obama, 90% of the time the drones got the wrong targets. 90% of the time. Never mind, I haven't even mentioned torture. I haven't even mentioned what was in the report. Remember that? They did anal rape, anal feeding, as they call it. You shove a tube up somebody's ass and pump food up there when doctors are like, hey, don't do that. They're like, yeah, it's a fuck off. We're going to do it because we're torture. That's what we're doing. They did sleep deprivation. They did something called hypothermia torture, which is exactly what it sounds like. They throw cold water on somebody and leave them in a cell and come back in the morning. Guess what? Somebody died when we did that. Guess what? That person was innocent too. Guess what? They admit at least 20% of the people they tortured were totally innocent. And that's what they admit. We don't even know what the real number is. Because we know that a lot of the people at Guantanamo we got them by making deals with warlords in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Turns out warlords aren't that trustworthy, and they don't send us people who are actually in Al-Qaeda. They just send us their enemies. So the endless list of illegal invasions and occupations and war crimes and civilian deaths on our hand and torture. And Donald Trump says, yeah, he's a killer. Our country's not so innocent. And now liberals, how dare you? We've never done anything wrong here in America. Fuck off. Fuck off. And now, when they get called out on that by people who are right, what's the pivot they do? Yeah, well, those are all good points. The U.S. doesn't kill journalists. So that's the only moral barometer you have? That's it? So, kill journalists, evil, vicious dictator, horrific war criminal. Do torture as a matter of policy, do illegal invasions and occupations, kill hundreds of thousands, if not millions of innocent people in the process. Freedom and democracy, human rights loving, altruistic state. Go fuck yourself. You guys sound idiotic. Putin is a horrific guy. He's a terrible guy. Yes, he does assassinate journalists. He does do horrible things. He did go in and jack Crimea. I have no love for Vladimir Putin. I also have no love for our fucking war crimes and our grotesque actions. And if you attack Trump for this, of all the comments he makes, this is the one you attack him on? You're the problem. Trump is continuing a lot of these horrific actions. So you should even agree with him on the grounds that he's doing these things. He just killed an 8-year-old girl in a raid gone wrong. Why is the liberal response and the Democratic response not, you know what, Trump is right, we're not innocent, and he's one of the main reasons why not? He's killing innocent people, he's banning Muslims, he's doing all these horrible things. But no, the Democrats had to, of course, use the wrong strategy because they're Democrats, and of course say things that are not true because they're Democrats, and clutch their pearls and say, America is so wonderful in every way, so stop. Leave America alone. We just want to do illegal wars and torture people and then occupy those countries and then that's it. What do you mean? Why is that a problem? That's not a problem. Actually, the worst part of that in my mind obviously was not the last statement, as you could tell. It was the respect part. That's the part. It's like, why would you respect him? There's no reason to respect Vladimir Putin. You know how I would answer that question? I would have said, when Bill O'Reilly asked, do you respect Putin? I would have said, I don't know what that means, Bill. I neither respect him nor disrespect him. He's doing whatever he's doing in Russia. I'm doing whatever I'm doing over here. And you know why you do that? Because that's a diplomatic answer. A diplomatic answer is, I'm not going to respect him because he is a killer, but I'm also not going to disrespect him because I'm not trying to escalate to World War III. So you just say, whatever, I don't anything him. How about that? That's a diplomatic answer. But Trump, of course, gave the respect. And that was the worst part of it to me. But all the liberals who are now clutching their pearls like, oh, how dare you besmirch the legacy of America? We never did slavery or dropped nuclear weapons on civilians or napalmed innocent women and children or invaded countries illegally and then occupied them and killed hundreds of thousands, if not millions of civilians. We never did any of that. Oh, that's right. We did all of that. Why am I taking this line of argument? That's right. Why are you?